Hi, this is Kemi, and I'm going to teach you how to make a beautiful Barbie princess bed like this one, with all the pretty designs in it, the pillow, the ladder, the curtains, and the whole lot. So first I'm using a little Barbie princess, little girl, to measure the bed. You can make it as long as you like. You can make it up to her feet exactly so she doesn't have much place to kick around, or leave a bit of space like I'm doing, a bit of space on the side, so she can have a teddy or a sister of her. And then make sure to measure it, because you'll need these measurements, and write it down somewhere. And make it exactly the same length or it will be lopsided. My length is 16.5 centimeters on the top and 9 centimeters on the side. Then figure out how high you want the bed to be. If you want it to be really high or high enough for her just to climb up without a ladder. I made it twice her length. Then write down your measurements so you'll remember. And now we're going to cut out the bed part which she's going to lie on. So let's measure that to make sure it matches our measurements. Make a dot where your measurement ends and a straight line connecting them both. This is a bit of cardboard from a box. Cardboard is very easy to find. You can probably find it in a shop, in a store, in a supermarket. And I forgot to add a gluing space, so I'm adding it now. Gluing space is enough space like the ruler width, a few centimeters. Add that extra to your measurements, so it sticks out on the side so you can glue it afterwards. Now let's cut it out. And there you see those two parts which I'm folding over is what I call the gluing space. Now figure out how high you want it to be for her to climb up. Not too high that if she falls down she gets injured. And measure it again. It might change from your original measurement, but that doesn't matter. Now I'm going to be cutting out the bed frame, so I'm going to be measuring, you see me measuring the size, how high I want it and how wide. You could make it as wide as you want. I'm making it as wide as the side of the bed, the narrower part is, so it will fit nicely, but if you want it for some reason to be longer, you can do it. Though I think it will look good to be the same width as the side that we measured before, of the cardboard we first cut out. I'm zooming it ahead a bit so you don't have to spend hours watching me cut out every single bit, so it might be a bit jerky therefore. Here's the part where I draw the crown on top of the bed. You can draw a flower or a heart or make it a square top or round top. I think the crown looks very cute, especially if it's a Princess Barbie bed. Make sure the bottom is straight or it will wobble when it's standing. If you want to make it into a kind of rocking bed, then you can make the bottom rounded so it rocks back and forth. However, it can be wobbly, so just best to make a straight bottom. trace it out, and then cut out the next cardboard shape. The crowns don't have to be identical, but as you see I traced it to make them look similar and make it the same size. You could make at the head of the bed a big crown, at the bottom of the bed a small crown or no crown, it's up to you. Just make sure that the bottoms are straight and the same size. I've adjusted now the bed to the height which I think is best, and now I'm taking the final measurements and making a dot where the cardboard, the middle part, meets the sides, because that will give me a hint when I'm gluing. And then make a straight line across where the bottom of the bed part meets it. Now I'm rounding off the bed thing. It looks nicer that way, I think. Less spiky and weird. It fits better. Now the back is rather ugly, and my paints won't really cover it. If you have strong paints, they might, but mine are not really that strong. So I'm going to glue up paper over it. You don't need to glue the paper over the gluing border, the part which we fold up, because no one will see that. But if you want to, you can. It might make sure that nothing sticks out. Now with a silicone glue, I'm using a silicone glue because it dries much faster. Within a few minutes it's dry, and it holds almost every fabric material, paper, wood together. And mostly because it dries fast, but you can use another glue if you don't have a silicone one. Clothes pegs hold it in place rather good, but you can also hold it yourself. And I'm gluing it exactly on that line we made before of the pencil. Now glue the other side too. And when you're done, let's continue. This is going to be the back of the bed, and that too needs paper over it, so the thing on the cardboard doesn't stick out. Pat it down, make sure there's no lumps, and then cut the extra bits off. Now while the glue is drying, let's make a pillow for the Barbie bed, and then get back to the bed when it's dried. See you in part 2.